Welcome to the podcast, Jackie. It's great to have you on. Do you mind giving us a bit of background on yourself and what you guys do at Maptycs?
So very nice to be with you today, Alex. So I come from the tech industry. I started my career with IBM in France, and I founded Maptycs about 7 years ago after spending over 2 decades in the insurance industry. Maptycs stands for Mapping and Analytics, and it's a property mapping tool to assess property and climate risk exposure. We work with businesses and insurers. The value prop of Maptycs really in this world is to help our client better assess their exposure to climate risk and to monitor weather events in real time as well.
Interesting. So, how did you come up with the idea?
So we actually built Maptycs, the first iteration at the end of 2016 on the requirement on our first client. It was a very untraditional approach. It's not like a market fit approach whatsoever. It's just a client asked us to build this type of tool, and the client was a risk manager, a very large US company, including Revlon and other companies in the mix. And it was my client as a broker. I knew exactly where he was coming from in terms of assessing property risk. And it's how we came to the first iteration of the tool. And second client was AXA in the US, which was pretty awesome, right? One of the largest insurance company in the world. And it's how we figured we have to name it. So we went for Maptycs, mapping analytics, incorporated in Delaware, and we grew from there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, that was about 8 years ago. And so, where is the company at today in terms of employee size and, in terms of industries that you work with?
Sure. So today it's about 30 people, mostly on the development team. We have a very big development team because it's a very sophisticated tool with a high level of entry. We spent all these years investing in the development, and we are in this very exciting moment where we see the traction in terms of client pipeline. So now we are building a strong sales and customer support team for the moment in London, which is a big market for us, and the US. And our clients span among businesses working with the risk managers, usually, and all the way to insurance companies and in between captives and brokers and MGAs. And we are more and more talking to investment funds and real estate type of business because there is a big need today for all these companies to have a better grasp on their risk today and for future, both in terms of the difficulty today to buy insurance at an affordable price because of all the natural disasters that we see happening around the world, and also to look at future with the potential impact of climate change on their investment, right?
Interesting. Nice. So, you've got a team of 30 now, so the company's
Yeah.
grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
What were some of the challenges in getting to this point today over the time span?
The first challenge was we were a bit ahead of the game. So we were in the geospatial world and technology before it became mainstream. So we had to weather that, but we always had clients and clients stayed with us. So that was good. The challenge is always when you are a small company, how do you get your first 10 clients? And I'm telling you right away through the network.
Nice.
That's what it is, right? And then now we have built visibility. We have been to a number of events, and our clients are talking about us. So they're referring new clients, which is pretty awesome. And what we have done, which has been super helpful, is we have always listened to our client. Everything we have built in Maptycs was stemming from a client requirement, because clients have great ideas and really using the tool, they think on other potential features, and it's how we build on and develop more features, invested because we knew it was relevant because it was a requirement. So it also had a second benefit is we have a sense and our clients have a sense of partnership.
Yeah, totally.
And that has been
Totally.
playing very well. Yeah.
Cool. So first 10 clients through the network.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, interesting. So from there, what would have been some of the strategies to get new clients on board outside of word of mouth and referrals?
Yeah, so we have different ways today for our go-to-market. So because we are small and bootstrapped, we have to grow one client at a time and one new employee at a time, which is not bad at the end of the day. And we have the face-to-face type of approach for bigger clients. So for bigger clients, it's a pretty sophisticated tool. So we are doing face-to-face. That's why I am building a team between London and the US to address those. And then we are working on 2 channels, and we are signing now with a great company. I cannot disclose it yet. It will be in the news soon. And they are one of the largest provider of software for risk management. And they have decided to use Maptycs as their geospatial feature. So they have decided to discontinue what they had built because it was not at the level they needed, and they felt we are at that level, which is pretty cool. So this is a great partnership for us because they are going to resell Maptycs as their geospatial module.
Nice.
So that gives us a great channel because it's a 2,000 people company and they have salespeople around the world. So they are leveraging our technology to upsell, and we are leveraging their bandwidth and their sales team.
Mm.
So that's pretty good. And we are also working with data providers because we ingest a lot of external data. That's the purpose of our tool. It's to allow our clients to mix and match their property data with external data, meaning data coming from satellite imageries and governmental agencies, real-time data, etc. And those data providers, they are all our friends because we are not a data provider, we are a data aggregator, and we make their data dense. In other words, we are giving a life to their data. So with us, it's a better way to sell their data to their clients because it's great to have geospatial data, but if you cannot visualize, leverage this data, what do you do with it? Not much. So that's the ways we are evolving now.
Nice. Nice. So in terms of the sales team now, is it so yourself involved in sales and have you got a sales team built out as well?
Yes, so we have now Daniel Grimwood-Burt as our Chief Revenue Officer out of London since November. We have 2 more people coming at 3rd of March, so very soon. And we have others ready to join. So as we get more revenue, we are going to have a bigger team. The good news for me is that I have a waiting list of people willing to join us. Isn't that cool? I mean, people want to join a small company with a nice product, a good reputation. And really, I mean, we are having fun. For us, people is on the top, whether it is the team, clients. We have decided to work only with nice people. That's it.
That's great.
Like
It's
you
good to have a
today.
wait list. Yeah, it means that you're building a product that people want to join, people want to work with you, and yeah, clients want to come on board. So, I guess what have been some of the main challenges in terms of your sales and marketing, in the last few years?
So the challenge has to be creative to do well with lean team and very little budget for marketing. And at the end of the day, less is more. So when you have to do things by yourself, you just do it, right? I mean, I can do a lot of things. Co-founder also, we do ourselves video snippets, and then we are using all the resources you can get today with platforms like Fiverr and others. There are a lot of very good freelancers, especially in the marketing side, right? So you find people very seasoned helping you on your website, having some video there, doing some design for a brochure. And then there are online tools like, Canvas and others. So with all what's available, right? And the resource you can find, at the end of the day, you can do a lot with little resource, financial resource and lean teams. If you are smart enough, you just do it. And it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
In terms of your role now, what are you mainly focused on as the CEO? What are your main priorities day to day?
Right. So first, we want to stay boutique. I'm very attached to Maptycs. It's my baby. And I want us to say a boutique company with really the focus on the service and what has been playing well for us, which is a great user experience and performance. Okay. So the tech is very important. We have a great tech team. That's a high priority. And now I am building the succession because we need to be prepared for future. So that's why I'm building the team to beef up the sales and prepare the succession so that there will be a next CEO for Maptycs within the next 5 years.
And next,
Right.
sorry, what was that at the end? And next.
The next 5 years, I'll be still there using my network, but taking some time off. I deserve it.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
and there will be a team that we are building now with very good and younger people, and that's very exciting for me actually to build the team.
Totally. Yeah, yeah. And would have
And
been
I want to say that I'm very proud of what we did because let me tell you something. I never, in my wildest dream, thought that I would be an entrepreneur one day. I mean, never ever. It just happened, and it's rough. It's very hard to having an idea. It's very easy. Everybody has idea, but delivering a solution platform, right, that is high tech, is working well, and she's solving problems that need to be solved now, which means we have a great timing. It's not easy, okay? You need to work hard, have a bit of luck to success. And we made it. And every step along the way is difficult. Solution, clients, scaling up. It's a journey.
for sure.
Yeah.
It is a journey. It is a journey.
Right.
And what's been the most enjoyable part of the process for you in building the company?
A lot of learning and discovering new things, having to adapt, keep the energy on. I mean, really learning more on technology, which is very interesting. And I feel now I am well versed in geospatial. Even now we are big on AI and things, and it's super interesting. Never a dull day. Signing clients is something like, when you do hiking and or mountain climbing and you get to the summit, the day you sign a contract is always a great day, right? Because it's not easy, and that's always awesome. And really meeting people. We have met along the way with extraordinary people everywhere in the world. We have a very international environment. I've been working and leading team in France, in Portugal, in Brazil, in the US, and co-founder is Asian. We have clients now based in Europe, in Singapore, in North America. And that's very interesting. And we keep investing. We discover now new data that we couldn't think possible before. We are soon able to have like satellite images of a specific location on demand. Like I want to see this specific area at that date and at that date, so you can compare before, after a storm or whatever it is. I mean, the possibilities today in tech, it's incredible.
It is. It is. And in terms of, I guess, the future plans, obviously, over the next 5 years is continuing to build the team. But what does the vision look like over the next 3 to 5 years? Is that, okay, you've got a team of 100, you're doing X amount of revenue, investors are looking at you. What does the future of Maptycs look like?
Yeah. So our vision is to be the number one geospatial property risk mapping platform, right? You need to have a big vision, think big. There is a saying, like a Chinese saying, when you predict the future, the gods are laughing, right? How do you know how do I know where I am in 3-5 years? In a great place, for sure, because we do everything possible for that. And now we know that we are growing fast. I'd say that I'd love to see the company somewhere around 50 people would be good, because we are in a niche market. But let's say if we want to stay boutique, somewhere around 50 will be really good. And the numbers we shall see, because now we are performing with such high volumes that we are targeting bigger type of clients, which mean larger revenues. So I think it's going to be pretty good. And we are very scalable in terms of tech. So we can absorb clients like with not much changes in our infrastructure. So we are there. We are ready to go. We are here to stay.
Nice. I like the sound of that. It sounds awesome. Yeah, it is hard to predict that 3 to 5 years. I think it's much easier to say, okay, I want to be in this place in 6 months or a year, but because it changes so quickly in technology and opportunities come from without you even knowing, it is certainly hard to predict. In terms of I guess your learnings over the time of having this company, what has been, say, the one thing that you've wish you did sooner or earlier or didn't do? Would there be one thing that you could do over again?
Maybe the one thing I wouldn't do the same is not spend time that I did spend talking to investors, because when I came to this tech world, it was the thing, right? You need to raise money. So I'm thinking it's the thing we need to do, even to maybe have more credibility. And as soon as I realized we can go strong without capital, we don't really need capital, right? It was a big relief. I think you are very influenced by all what you read. And remember, 5-6 years ago, it was all you see about tech is how much such and such tech company has raised. And when you see that and you are seeing these millions flowing around, you're like, oh my God, I am missing something. I have not raised one dime. What am I doing? And now when I see what's happening, I'm so happy we are where we are without a fluffy valuation and having maybe spent money in a bad way and being obliged to maybe let go people and things like that. We have always had to be careful on the way we were spending our money. And I think it was not so bad at the end of the day.
Totally. Sounds good. No, it's you certainly don't need investment, and it's definitely something that a lot of people think they need, but it's often depending on what space you're in and your background as well, and what sort of team you have surrounding you. You may not always need it.
Absolutely depending, right? Of course, some of the tech absolutely need a lot of funding, but it was not our case, and we had clients from day one, which is pretty good. But now what's exciting is because we keep investing, we want to stay at the top of the tech. So we are already thinking on how we are going to integrate AI, Gen AI in Maptycs, and voice recognition as well, so that clients could develop analytics even from a smartphone. So those will be next, and it's very exciting.
Totally. And is there one thing that you could solve in the company today, in terms of sales, marketing, growing the company? If there was one thing that you could solve today that would make the biggest positive impact, what would that be?
And contract quicker, so we can hire a bigger team quicker. The time of the acquisition time is pretty long, and we're trying to figure how we can do this a bit faster. I have a feeling that as we get more known, our name is there, so it's going to be faster. And also what we did, Alex, is we just completed the SOC 2 level 2 compliance certification, and this is going to be a very strong support for us because it gives at once a lot of credibility to larger clients, because our clients are pretty high profile.
Totally. That'll definitely help for sure. Awesome, Jackie. Well, it's been great to have you on the podcast. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. And if people want to get in touch with you or have a conversation, where can they find you?
Very easily on LinkedIn at Jacqueline Legrand, and through the website if they want to use the contact form. It's very easy to access us. We are small, lean, and normally nice people.
For sure. Thanks for your time, Jackie.
Thank you.